Arachnophobia. Arachnophobia is a phobia in which a person experiences intense fear of spiders. Even seeing their image can cause panic, rapid heartbeat, and trembling. Some feel as if something is crawling on their skin. Others freeze in place, unable to move. Nausea, dizziness, and dry mouth may follow. This fear is often linked to instinctive wariness of potential danger, even when the spider isn't life-threatening. The mind overreacts, painting tiny creatures as monstrous threats. Acrophobia, a phobia in which a person experiences intense fear of heights. Balconies, stairs, or rooftops can even cause dizziness, panic symptoms, and a sensation of being pulled downward. Legs weaken, vision blurs, and balance feels unstable. Even safe heights feel dangerous. Sweaty palms and racing thoughts may appear just from looking down. It is often accompanied by avoidance of high places and a haunting fear of falling, no matter how secure the environment actually is. Claustrophobia, a phobia associated with enclosed spaces, elevators, windowless rooms, tunnels. Feelings of suffocation, tightness in the chest, and the urge to escape arise quickly. Breathing becomes shallow, and some feel as though the walls are closing in. Panic builds as the mind searches for exits. This fear may stem from traumatic experiences or an inherent sensitivity to confinement. Even imagining such a space can bring on heart palpitations, trembling, and cold sweats. Agoraphobia, a phobia in which a person fears open spaces, crowds, or places from which escape is difficult. Panic attacks often occur in public settings, accompanied by dizziness, chest tightness, and disorientation. The person may feel exposed, trapped, or vulnerable. As a result, they avoid supermarkets, public transport, or large gatherings. This isolation can grow severe, sometimes preventing people from leaving home. The fear is not of the place itself, but of losing control in it. Social phobia, a phobia in which a person fears interacting with others, fearing judgment or ridicule. Public speaking, casual conversations, or even eye contact can cause blushing, trembling, sweating, and mental blankness. The heart pounds, and the urge to escape social settings grows. People with this phobia may rehearse conversations or avoid them altogether. Over time, isolation increases, relationships weaken, and confidence fades. The fear lies not in people, but in being seen and judged by them. Ophidiophobia, a phobia in which a person experiences fear of snakes. This includes real-life encounters or simply viewing pictures or videos. Symptoms may include nausea, freezing in place, racing heartbeat, or a fight-or-flight reaction. The snake's silent movements and unpredictable behavior trigger ancient instincts. Even harmless species feel threatening. The mind imagines attack scenarios instantly. Ophidiophobia is deeply rooted in evolutionary survival mechanisms, magnifying a snake's presence into something overwhelmingly dangerous and urgent. Trypophobia, a phobia in which a person feels disgust and anxiety when seeing clusters of small holes or irregular patterns. Triggers include honeycombs, lotus pods, and even skin irregularities. Symptoms range from itching, nausea, and shivering to a profound sense of unease. The reaction is visceral, often beyond logic. It's believed to stem from an ancient survival response to signs of disease or infestation. The discomfort grows the longer the image is viewed, becoming overwhelming. Thanatophobia, a phobia related to the fear of death or the process of dying. It manifests as constant, intrusive thoughts about mortality, dread of terminal illness, or anxiety about losing control. Physical symptoms may include restlessness, chest tightness, and sleep disturbances. The fear extends beyond personal death to that of loved ones. Conversations about mortality are avoided, and medical topics cause stress. Often, it's not just death that terrifies, but the unknown that follows it. Nyctophobia, a phobia in which a person fears the dark. In the absence of light, ordinary sounds become ominous, and shadows take on menacing shapes. Symptoms include rapid heartbeat, dry mouth, muscle tension, and the need to turn on lights. Sleep becomes difficult, especially alone. This fear often begins in childhood but can persist into adulthood. Nyctophobia isn't just fear of darkness, it's fear of what might be hidden within it, waiting in silence. Hemophobia, a phobia related to an irrational fear of blood. The sight, smell, or even thought of blood can cause dizziness, nausea, cold sweats, or fainting. Some can't watch medical shows or get blood tests without panicking. It triggers the body's vasovagal response, where blood pressure drops suddenly. This fear may stem from past trauma or sensitivity to pain and injury. It makes dealing with wounds or emergencies incredibly difficult, even dangerous. Aerophobia, a phobia in which a person fears flying in airplanes. Turbulence, confined cabins, or the mere thought of being airborne can lead to breathlessness, sweaty palms, nausea, and panic attacks. People may avoid flying entirely, even if it limits personal or professional opportunities. Some develop complex rituals before flights, hoping to stay safe. The fear is often fueled by media, past experiences, or a loss of control thousands of feet in the air. Glossophobia, a phobia in which a person fears public speaking and communication with an audience. It causes trembling, a dry throat, racing heart, mental blanks, and the fear of humiliation. Even casual interactions can feel threatening. The pressure to appear confident becomes unbearable. This fear often begins in school settings and worsens with expectations. Glossophobia can hinder education, career growth, and personal expression, keeping a person's voice unheard despite the desire to speak. Mysophobia, a phobia related to an irrational fear of dirt or germs. It leads to obsessive hand-washing, disinfecting objects, and avoiding contact with potentially unclean surfaces. Symptoms include itching, anxiety, and panic when cleanliness feels compromised. Public places, hospitals, and transportation become stress zones. Sometimes linked to OCD, mysophobia can dominate routines, eroding spontaneity and peace of mind. The fear isn't just of getting sick, it's of contamination itself, imagined or real. Cynophobia, a phobia in which a person fears dogs. Even friendly-looking dogs provoke panic, shortness of breath, tense muscles, or a racing heart. Often rooted in a traumatic encounter, the fear lingers long after. Barking, sudden movements, or simply the presence of a dog can trigger avoidance. Some people avoid entire neighborhoods or parks. Despite rational understanding, the body reacts as if the dog is a threat. Trusting animals becomes emotionally exhausting. Emetophobia, a phobia in which a person fears vomiting, either doing it themselves or witnessing others. Symptoms include nausea, anxiety, food avoidance, and obsessive worry about illness. Even mild stomach discomfort can cause panic. People may restrict diets, avoid crowds, and fear restaurants or travel. It's a deeply isolating fear tied to losing bodily control. Emetophobia isn't just about being sick, it's about the terror of what that moment represents. Subscribe right now. More videos are coming soon.